Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm the founder of Junto. I'm just here to share more about our project and our collaboration with Holochain. Junto started off as a very personal journey in terms of connecting with and discovering my most authentic self. And growing up has been a constant struggle in terms of being able to express myself independently of what other people think. And after my first year of college, I realized and noticed this pattern in other people and how it created unnecessary division. And also identified how social media perpetuated that, and that there was room online to create space for more authenticity. So, Junto is a new breed of social media founded in the spirit of authenticity. We want to really enable expression in its purest form and inspire confidence in people to just truly be themselves. And the way that we hope to achieve this is through more conscious design patterns, distributed technology, and a non-profit approach. And so within Junto, there are no advertisements that dilute expression and commercialize it. There are no vanity metrics that create the over-analysis of what we're sharing, and there's more transparent social profiles with identity verification. We provide people with more sovereignty and the choice to choose how to curate their own feeds with who they want to add, which channels and tags they want to add into it, instead of having an artificially intelligent feed that kind of reinforces what you already believe. And in terms of the technology, you own your data, since now your information is stored in this distributed database. And so we don't own, sell, or track information. It's more private and secure, and it's also more censorship resistant, which gives more people around the world access to this open library of just self-expression. And finally, we're a nonprofit as well, so this is an independent grassroots initiative that we hope to have many people involved in. So the problems that we'd like to move beyond are the unsustainable external validation of self-worth, this curated representation of who we are, the addictive qualities of social media, and mental health issues, in addition to a lot of the privacy concerns produced by existing platforms today. And on a deeper level, one driving force behind Junto is that the realization that all problems, whether it's economic instability, a lack of sustainability, or simply just how we treat and think about one another as people on a day-to-day basis, all of that is rooted in our collective awareness and intention, and that a shift in awareness in and of itself can catalyze a lot of positive change in many directions. And we're confident that a new breed of social media can help facilitate that. So the search for a solution really brought to light that you can really create space for authenticity. It just depends on your intention. And so for us, we released an alpha at Vanderbilt University a little over a year ago, and just to test the concept, and brought on a few hundred people, and even we were surprised in terms of the depth and the vulnerability, the honesty, and the genuine human connection that people were making. And everything was transparent as well. And so it kind of validated that, if you have the right intention, if your intention is to do X, Y, or Z, in our case, it's to facilitate, a more open era of human connection and inspire that authenticity, within people, then you can really do so. It just depends on how you design the platform, the approach that you take in terms of your community building, how you spread this message, and being willing to empower people and give them a purpose. So I think the main lessons have been less is more, and this past year has been a process of developing the discipline to just identify a few very essential things and just doing them very, very well. And the other lesson that we've been learning is that we don't want to be selfish with our ideas. And when we started Junto, it was actually a C corporation. And over time, we transitioned to be a nonprofit to really embody the essence of this project and make this as independent as possible. And so, we invite people from all walks of life to come and just, contribute what it is that they have to give. And our technology is open source, and we're also kickstarting a volunteer initiative that enables people just to offer, their gifts in varying capacities. So we found Holochain last year when we first made the shift towards decentralization. Initially we're looking into blockchain solutions like Ethereum, but after digging into their technology, we just realized it wasn't scalable, it wasn't ready, it wasn't energy efficient, and we just came across Arthur Brock's personal website and a Holochain white paper in addition to some of their code, and just realized that the way that they architected their fundamental and underlying technology was more aligned with the way that we're thinking about things in terms of it being more agent-centric, being not enforcing any global consensus mechanisms that create scalability bottlenecks, and being modeled after natural systems and in a more organic way. So we chose Holochain for several reasons. First and foremost, the spirit of their project feels very kindred to ours, and it's very clear that they're doing things for the right reasons. They're not trying to rush the process, they're not trying to build a lot of hype, and before they even brought the project to light, they already had a lot of code written and not just a white paper. And they also have a lot of integrity in terms of how they move forward. And so they launched an Indiegogo campaign that demonstrated demand for their project and leveraged that to raise a more ethical ICO. And in terms of their technology, again, it's something that is available and ready today. It's more scalable, it's more energy efficient, it doesn't enforce any global consensus mechanisms that create scalability bottlenecks and create the same patterns of centralization that we see today. Holochain is important because it realizes the dream of a more distributed web. And this distributed web can serve the interests of everybody and not just a handful of corporations. And it's providing sovereignty to people, it's giving people ownership of their data, it takes the middlemen out of the equation, it makes everything completely peer-to-peer. And it's something that with the release of their Holo infrastructure can be readily available today to many, many people without any extra technical know-how. And so this is important because we don't have to wait 10 years down the road to have access to this and to realize this dream. And so that's why we think Holochain is very important. I think there's a lot of potential for collaboration. Holochain has done a lot of important work in laying the foundation to build scalable and distributed applications. And they need people to help grow this ecosystem, and that's what we hope to play a role in, is being one of the first projects to really operate at scale and bring distributed computing and demonstrate that this is ready and possible. In addition to playing a role in educating people about the benefits of blockchain or blockchain solutions or blockchain alternatives like Holochain, because this still is a foreign concept to many people as well. So the main thing I'd like people to remember is that you can get involved, and this is an independent, grassroots, nonprofit initiative that we welcome people from all over the world to provide what it is that they have to offer. And again, we don't want to be selfish about our ideas, we want to collaborate, and we want to establish a lot of synergy between a lot of different projects and people as well. So Junto has been in the making for a little over 2 years, and we released an alpha and tested the proof of concept. We've gotten a lot of valuable feedback that we've been building off of, and we've finalized our designs for this initial beta. We've grown to a team of 5. We've raised money from several donors, including the co-founder of Holochain, Arthur Brock, and right now we're in the process of building our applications and just raising the funding that we need to move forward. So start by visiting our website, junto.foundation, that's junto.foundation, and read through the site. Feel free to check out some of the articles and PDFs on there that go into how we're thinking about things in more depth. And if you want to reach out, just reach out to me at eric@junto.foundation. Right now we're launching a Kickstarter campaign, and we need funding to get this off the ground and running. and so we want to do this in a distributed manner where everybody can help contribute and bring this to life. And so our Kickstarter runs from January 27th, and it's going to continue on for 30 days. The last thing I'd like to say is that, we're very open, we're very excited to meet new people and, collaborate with people on many different levels. And if you're in the New York area, just give us a shout, and we're more than happy to, grab coffee or even invite you into our home. And other than that, just, thank you for watching and thank you for your time.